Hello, Steve White, Steve White 89. Well, Madonna has announced some more concerts for her celebration tour. I didn't pay much attention to this. I mentioned in a video that she was going to be announcing more dates, but this is kind of standard for a concert where you basically just add dates. If you book for a period of time, and if the first show sells out, you book another one, or if the first couple of shows sell out, you book another one. Basically, you leave room for that. But this is a little bit different because she is doing a show in Nashville with the specific intention of putting attention on trans rights and the assault on drag queens. And she's actually going to be donating part of the money from the concert to a charity involving gay rights and trans rights, and going to be putting an emphasis on trans rights and drag queens. Bob the Drag Queen is her opening act, so they really want to emphasize on drag culture and LGBTQI community issues and that, because Nashville has these anti-drag laws, and basically they're protesting this. And Madonna gets a lot of credit because she's always spoken out against this sort of stuff, not so much as a point of activism, more as just a common sense sort of thing, and she just wasn't afraid other people wouldn't touch certain subjects, and she didn't care. So this is more of the same from Madonna, but I mean, that's not a bad thing. I'm just trying to point out that this is not something new she's doing to get attention like some people use causes. She's always sort of argued this, and always argued gay rights, and now trans rights specifically, and so forth. And of course, when you've got an opening act who's a drag queen, you can't ignore the assault on drag queens that's happening, and what's happening all around the country. So yeah, I didn't feel the need to mention this when the announcement was made, because it just seemed like more of the same. Although I do hear that she's going to different venues for some cities, like she maybe be doing 3 dates in one venue, but when she's coming back, later on, she's revisiting the cities, but she's doing different venues. So they're stretching the tour a little bit further into 2024, but it's mostly just going back to cities that she's already been to. But they did add Philadelphia, Sacramento, Nashville, and somewhere else. She'd add a couple of cities that she hasn't performed in or weren't already on the show. Palm Springs was the other one. So yeah, I had to mention this. I had to mention the fact that she's, pushing back against these bigots and homophobes and transphobes and all these people who are vilifying drag queens and trying to really deflect from the issues, the real issues in society, like gun violence and what the church is doing to children and so forth. They're sort of trying to basically make drag queens the bad guys, make them the boogeymen, and focus people's attention on them instead of what they should be focusing on. So she's pushing back against that. So I've got to give her credit for that. I've got to point out that. I've got to talk about that. Because, like I said, I just thought this was just adding more cities and just adding more dates to the same cities and the same venues. But she's actually revisiting different cities at different times. She's added a few cities, and she's specifically making this Nashville concert about trans rights and about drag queens and the ridiculous anti-drag law that Nashville has. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I do respect Madonna for always having sort of spoken out against this. I sort of grew up with her speaking out against this, and other newer fans perhaps don't appreciate the fact that she did it when no one was talking about it, when no one... There was like Princess Diana, Elizabeth Taylor and Madonna were the only people, and maybe Elton John, but he was gay. The only people who weren't like gay, who were talking out about gay issues. Like, that was it, and AIDS and so forth. It was just them. Pretty much no one would touch it. And, they eternally deserve, respect for that. And the fact she's continuing that. And when some people do this sort of thing, it does seem like just trying to, exploit sort of current trends and so forth. But when you've been doing it for your entire career, and we know it's basically at the core of your beliefs, it just has more of a ring of sincerity than some people, and a bit more credibility than some people who, talk about the same issues, but they're really just there for the moment. And if it gets difficult, they bow out and, disappear. And, it's yeah, it's not, you know, it's not like that for Madonna. So I have to give her that respect and that respect. I'm gonna go. Bye.